Well, I guess we should quit monkeying around and get to this product review. I know. I just want to eat bananas all day too. You want some more? Alright, suit yourself. What's going on from there? Hello filmmakers, Ash here, and welcome to Film It Yourself. So, if you've watched any vloggers on YouTube, you've probably seen them using this guy, the GorillaPod. But should you buy the Joby GorillaPod 3K? Well, while it might seem like a tool only for the influencers out there, it can actually be super handy for indie and documentary filmmakers. So, let's get into the pros and the cons with a Joby GorillaPod 3K review. So first up, let's go over the features. The tripod features 3 legs, obviously it's a tripod, and has a 1/4-inch standard tripod mount that you can use to screw in your camera. But they also include a 3/8-inch mount adapter that you can screw right over the 1/4-inch, so that way if you have a bigger thread on your camera, you can adapt it to use that. And I will say the legs feel very sturdy. As long as you're staying under the load capacity, you shouldn't have a problem with them bending out of shape. As you can see, they're pretty stiff to move and bend around. The bottom of the legs also have a nice piece of rubber coating that prevents them from slipping on smooth surfaces, which is really great if you've got them somewhere that's maybe smooth and you're just worried about your camera moving. That will kind of grip it and keep it in place. Now, the Joby GorillaPod 3K legs can hold a load capacity of 6.6 pounds. So it's great for a mirrorless or DSLR camera that doesn't have too big of a lens on it. Now, let's go over the pros of this guy. Now, one of my favorite uses of the GorillaPod is actually as a handheld walk and talk setup for vlogging. So you can just sort of set it up like this, grip it with your hand, and vlog, walk and talk, and be totally cool. And I found that this can help cut down on handshake and gives you more of an ergonomic grip to hold your camera with. This can really save your shoulder when vlogging, as you can have more of a right angle bend in your arm. Instead of holding your camera out like this, maybe you're more like this, which is more ergonomic. Another great pro is that it allows you to quickly go between both a handheld setup and a mini tripod setup. Again, great for vlogging, traveling, or guerrilla filmmaking. All right, let's go over the cons, because I do have a few cons with this guy. Now, while it's advertised as being able to wrap around poles and tree branches, I've found it's not the most stable, especially on a surface that is smooth, like a pole. While if the surface has some texture to it, like a tree branch, it holds a bit better. However, it does have the versatility to be shaped for almost any situation, so I guess that's another one for the pros. Now, another con for me is getting this bad boy to be perfectly level is kind of a pain, as the legs are a bit stiff and it can be a little hard to adjust them completely to get it level. However, you can get a ball head for this guy, and that can really help for that, so that way it doesn't matter. As you can see here, it's kind of wonky. If I had the ball head, I could just adjust and straighten my camera. So there is a 1K ball head that gives you the ability to tilt with a load capacity of 2.2 pounds, while the 3K and 5K ball heads give you a tilt and pan with a quick release plate, which y'all know how much I love quick release plates. The 3K has a load capacity of 6.6 pounds, just like the legs, totaling 6.6 pounds, and the 5K has a load capacity of 11 pounds, so it gives you a little bit of more weight carriage. If you have a bigger camera system, I suggest going with the 5K ball head. And speaking of accessories, if you want even more flexibility in your life, get it? Because they're flexible? Then I also highly recommend you getting something like this guy. Now, this is basically just a gorilla arm, and it has, again, a 1/4-inch thread on it and then a clamp on the other end, which is really great because you can mount it pretty much anywhere. This guy is also super versatile and great for vlogging on the go or indie filmmaking because you can hold it as a handheld setup and then you can clamp it to a table or something or a bench whenever you need a stable tripod type shot. In fact, I find the single arm of this more comfortable for me to hold as a handheld setup than the bulky 3 legs of a GorillaPod, but hey, you might have bigger hands than me and this might work better for you. Also, I love using this guy with my iOgrapher case when I need a quick and dirty teleprompter. I just screw it in here, like so, and then I clip this part to my tripod, and with the PromptSmart app, I'm ready to go and I have a teleprompter on the go. Now, this particular one is the Lockline brand, but for the life of me, I could not find it anywhere on the internet. These used to be in every camera store, and they were a dime a dozen, so I don't know if they just stopped making them or what. But I found a similar one from a well-reviewed brand that I left a link for in the description below. So check that out if you're more interested in this guy versus this guy. And I'll also include a link to this guy in the description below, as well as a link to all the various ball head mounts that you can get for him so that you can check those out and see if any of them work for you. And if you want to know about even more accessories you can put on this guy, you can check out my Can You Shoot a Movie on Your iPhone video here, where I show you my whole iOgraphy setup with all of the gear I build out on this, the Joby GorillaPod. And let me know what you think about the GorillaPod in the comments below. And if you happen to already have one, let me know what the craziest place you've ever set one up is. All right, time to make like a banana and split. What? You don't find my jokes appealing? Oh, wait, come back. I love you bunches.